Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 4040 Network. I am your host, Granny She Is, and tonight we're talking about They Be Lying. But before we get into that, let my co-hosts introduce themselves. We're so glad to be back on air. I was alone last week. I was so lonely. Oh my goodness. I was
Well, hey,
so
you ain't lonely no more. You ain't lonely no more. We back with you. You know what
I
I'm saying? You get the
know.
black man back and you what's up? It's y'all, what's up? It's Jay Hawk, co-host of the most. Kick it to my man over here.
Hello world, what's happening, man? It's Woe, CEO of IMO Media Group, host of IMO Podcast, and God damn it, I'm rocking with the 4040 Network. Let's get this shit going.
Let's get it popping. All right, so welcome to the show. What are we talking about tonight? First of all, it's still Black History Month. Let's never forget that although they gave us the shortest month in a year, which is another subject for another day, it's actually 13 months in a calendar year and not 12, but they fucked up the days. So it's 28 days in February, if y'all didn't know that. It's supposed to be 13 months. But anyway, we have February that ends on the 28th day. Think about it. That 31st day in every other month, if they would have counted that out correctly, there's actually 13 months a year.
You know what, Cheryl? Every day is Black History Month because guess what? Black history is American history. So fuck that. Every day is Black History Day.
Look, you let us tell it. You let them tell it, though.
Oh, let's just say if we deducted all the things that our ancestors have created in this country to make things better, blood banks and oh my God, it's stoplights and internet and cell phones and okay, this country will be a mess.
And lawnmowers and light bulbs and filaments for light bulbs. We can just go on and on and on and on. Okay, it's the cotton gin and whatever other machines that they use to make all this stuff. And here's the thing:
we've been in more than
we really want to make America great again. We have to go back.
Don't say that shit no more.
No. We got to go back to before any colonizers got here, when it was just Native Americans back in the 1600s.
Hey,
we could just genocide everybody but them, right?
I'm catching up on because new season come out 1923 on Paramount Plus, and it's a beautiful line where it's a Native American who's been hemmed up by government officials, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And he's like, I'm just trying to do right by this country. This is the government official. Just trying to do right by this country and give back what it deserves. He said, because, you know, we're trying to give it to the people who belong here. And Native Americans said, you don't belong here.
Right.
He said, y'all going around rounding up people who you think are savages. You're the savages.
That part.
Where do you think you came from? You weren't born here. The only thing dude could do was resort to violence because he had no answer. He had no response.
Let me go back to you said 2023 on Paramount.
1923.
It's like you all, Cheryl.
That's a Yellowstone prequel.
Yeah, it's like an origin story. There's a 1863, and then there's 1923. 1923 is the one with what's my guy? Who
Harrison
Ford. Harrison Ford. Okay. Well, speaking of lying, because you see how they'll flip the script. They've been doing that. They've been doing this thing. They've been doing this thing where they're projecting everything most of the MAGA say, and most of the Republicans say, because they're gonna get to a click with it. So with these goddamn Republicans, you know, they're Spin City. But before we get to that, I gotta share this clip from one of my favorite movies. If you haven't seen it, it's called Don't Look Up. It is on Netflix. But I don't want to give it away because we are here. Life is officially imitating art. Drop that clip with Leo.
Leo, come to the stage.
President of the United States is fucking lying. Look, I'm just like all of you. I hope to God that this president knows what she's doing. I hope she's got us all taken care of. But the truth is, I think this whole administration has completely lost their fucking mind. And I think we're all gonna die.
Woo! Wow. Wow, that's powerful. That sounds like today.
That sounds like today, doesn't it?
Sounds like today.
This is one of those parody, what do they call them? Parody dystopian movies where this scientist discovers that a comet, a very large comet, is on a direct path to hit Earth.
Wipe out the world. Yeah.
Wipe out Earth. They discover that the comet is coming 6 or 7 months out, or a year out, or something like that. And so they come up with a plan, the scientists, to divert the comet by splitting it in half. Right? So, and this is going to be a spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it and you want to see it, this is a little bit of a spoiler alert. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what happened so you can get the context of why he said what he said.
Yeah. Stop it now if you don't want to know.
Right. Just stop now if you don't want to know the spoiler, because this is definitely
fast forward.
All right. So this is what happens. They come up with a plan to get rid of the comet. But before that happens, the scientists that originally discovered it noticed that the media was making it a circus. They were turning it into a popular thing. They were making the scientists celebrities. They were making the talk show rounds, right? And they were making very light of this comet, and they were trying to downplay it like it wasn't as serious as it was. So early on in the show, you have the original scientists screaming that this is not a joke. We have to get a handle on this. They labeled her crazy, right? So another 6 months passed, and finally they come up with a solution. They're going to launch these rockets out and disperse the comet. And based on the calculations of the scientists, this would have worked. They had a high probability of working. Well, this rich mogul guy, we're going to say he's like a Zuckerberg / Microsoft owner / Elon Musk type guy. He steps in and he says, listen, we're not going to destroy the comet. They stopped the plan, right? Stop the plan. The probability that this was going to work, they stopped that plan. That was the best plan they had. They had no other backup plans. They stopped it because this really rich mega tech guy said we can mine the comet for minerals so we can make more products, more cell phones, more cars, more all this stuff. So movie goes on. The president is a woman in this movie, but she's more like a Trump character. And so she tells the constituency, don't look up. Just don't look up. Keep your head down. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. You're going to be fine. So at this point, Leo on a news show, he breaks down and he says this very thing that you see. You know, this entire administration has lost their fucking minds. And this tech guy, of course, they launch his missiles to go try to mine a comet that is headed to Earth that will destroy Earth. That's how big it is. They're going to mine the comet for diamonds. Well, the plan fails. The plan fails. And the rich guy runs off because he has a SpaceX machine, right? So he runs off, him and the president, and they jump in the SpaceX machine thinking they're going to get away from the comet. And it was so bad that it showed that the president left her entire family. She cares shit about them. Left everybody, son and everybody. And off they go. Now, I don't think they got far. I don't think they got very far in the sky. So they also ended up dead. And of course, everybody on Earth died. Not just Americans, but like everybody, because the comet hit the entire Earth. The end. So somebody said they're going to be screaming that all 2024. That's what the post said. This is what I'm going to be screaming all 2024. And this is my suggestion. This is my advice. This is my screaming moment. This is our plan B. 2026, we have midterms. I don't give a fuck what you feel about them Democrats. You have got to get those delusional, hateful, evil Republicans out of the House and the Senate.
Can I put that on game for something real quick?
Okay. What?
Glad you mentioned midterms. Mm-hmm. Let me go ahead and get y'all ready for something real quick. Now that I learned how to do something real quick too. So I'm gonna read. Let's have a read session together.
Let's have a read session. Okay.
Let's have a read session together. Okay.
Okay.
So, Book of Revelations, chapter 13. We're going to go from 3 to 7. Y'all with me? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw one of his heads, as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. Anybody remember that assassination attempt? Okay, stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And then there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
3 years, right?
3.5.
Yep.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. My people, this is the end.
But we already knew that, didn't we?
Kind of, sort of, but I don't think, listen, I ain't the biggest Bible thumper, but at the same time, I'm watching everything he's playing out. I'm like, why is no one doing anything? I said this before the election even like really was officially counting everything. I told my pops we having a discussion. I said, I think he's going to win. And if he's going to win, it's going to let me know exactly where we are when it comes to the signs of the times. Mm-hmm. Because for everything to come to an end, somebody got to be around to tear it down.
Right.
If everything's going right, it can't just, somebody has to be the one responsible for everything coming down. Canada don't want our head. I don't know if people paying attention. Canada's getting ready for war. Yes, it's being discussed openly. We as a nation just ain't paying attention.
I think we're paying attention. We're overwhelmed. It's not that people aren't.
Hold on. You say Canada is discussing war with us?
Canada is preparing, not discussing. They're preparing for war. With the United States. Mexico is preparing to sue Google if they don't get off their butt, stop kissing Trump butt, and change the name back. Stop playing with our legacy, with our heritage.
Right. So,
because it says Gulf of America, Mexico, Gulf of America for Americans. But the rest of the world sees Gulf of Mexico.
It's the Gulf of Mexico. I don't know why Google did that. That was really stupid.
Because they kissing his butt.
So, question.
Ring, excuse me.
So, if Mexico attacks from the south and Canada attacks from the north, I mean, America's a superpower, of course, but that just wouldn't do well.
Well, hold that thought. My brother sent me a video saying that China was pulling China vows, and this is from Al Jazeera News. My brother sent me this morning, but because I've had such a long day working, I haven't really been able to look at it. It says China vows to take necessary measures over $2 billion U.S. arms sales. So he sent me that they're getting ready to pull the weapons, whatever type of weapons trades they do from us. So I'm looking that up now. Here it is. Well, shit, where is it today? Because it's been in the works. Apparently, this is another story we have not been paying attention to.
Oh, listen, let me be clear too. Also,
yeah, because apparently it's been going on. Now that I'm going back and checking the news, it's like pulling that shit. Why is this not in the news? Now I'm worried.
The government officials are the only ones losing jobs and being fired by the Doge or Dodgeball or whoever they are. Anyway, these tariffs are costing major corporations. You finna see people like Nissan and Toyota pull back. They're not finna keep sending parts, and they gotta pay for that. They're not gonna keep doing that.
which means the price is going to go up because
the price is going to go up. And if the price is going to go up, the jobs are going to go down. They got to start laying off people, off bodies.
Yep.
And this is where it's really going to get ugly out here now, because now is one, you already BS and trying to look into people's private information, but you flat out coming for our coin.
All right, let me read this a little bit to you. And it's not the whole video, but I will post the video in a link. I got to put stuff in my Patreon because I have a Patreon for this page now. It says, China just hit America where it hurts most, cuts off lifetime for U.S. military. Trump is moving forward with his trade war, passing tariffs on China, Canada, and Mexico, and even the entire European Union. But China has retaliated and hit back against Trump by banning tungsten, literally the most important mineral the U.S. government needs to make weapons. Why? Because tungsten is needed in everything from bullets to fighter jets to armored tanks and spaceships. In today's video, we examine the trade war with China and what it means for the U.S. military. So I'm going to go back and watch this later, because this show tonight is not going to be long. But next week, we're going to dive into some of this, and we're going to have our sources cited, because I don't want to just be talking out the side of our necks and not have our sources cited. But yeah, that's coming. China chokes out. That's horrible for us, because here's the thing. He's talking about tariff wars, and it's good to be prepared, because why would you not prepare now for a war that's probably going to be, in the words of Thanos, he said that he is eventual. Is that what he said? He is inevitable. So that's the point we are at here in this current state of affairs. War, it's inevitable. Revolution is inevitable. And those countries are preparing to protect its own citizens, its own assets and resources. And at some point, our military, our Congress has to step up and do the same. And y'all remember that show used to come on, it was called Scandal. Y'all remember Scandal with Kerry Washington? And they had B613. That was the secret government running the company, running the country, right? And this is what I learned from watching that show. In order for them to move votes and policies the way they want, those lobbyists do dirty, dirty, dirty work. And what they do is they get those politicians by the short and curlies, by whichever way they can. They got them by the wall balls, they got them by the cats, they got them. Not only is Trump bought by Elon Musk ass, because he bought lock, stock, and barrel. He is bought. And I said barrel because I'm from Mississippi, and I'm not going to correct it. Okay, they got him. Not only him, but all of the people that Jasmine Crockett has been targeting, all of the Republicans who spin the truth into a lie. He got their asses by the short and curlies too. Because why else are you going? And some of the Democrats too, because there's too many of y'all just absolutely quiet.
Yeah.
But this is what I learned about people. I was telling this to a young lady last night. People they're good as long as you can, their mask is in place. As long as their mask is in place, they're good. The minute someone talks about exposing their dirty deeds, they will drag everyone to hell with them just to keep their secret. Shame is a powerful tool. Fear is a powerful tool to use against a person. And apparently Elon Musk ass got a lot of dirt on a lot of people. And will somebody please tell that man to stop using his 4-year-old as a human shield? Because to me, it looks like he's holding that child up so he don't get shot.
It's a prop. It's a prop. He's a prop.
But I like that little boy because he straight told Trump about himself. He said what all the Americans want to say.
President. Shush.
That little boy said what everybody else wanted to say. And he said it to that man's face.
Yep. And didn't flinch. Not one time. You need to go away.
That was funny. That shit was funny. I'm sorry.
He said what a lot of other people want to say. What do I want to tell Trump? Every time I hear Trump open his mouth, only thing I be thinking.
See, that's the bullshit right there. That's bullshit right there. Right there.
That's all I want to do. I just want to be the one to get right up in his ear and just call him out in his bullshit. Because I'm like, do you know? It's like he think his lies or whatever he's saying is so smooth. Nobody is believing this.
No.
So I mean, nobody can see what I'm really doing. I'm the smart one in the room.
Well, here's the thing, though. We should be paying attention to that. He hasn't been saying much.
He been doing a lot.
He been doing a lot, but he ain't been saying much.
Melania, Elon wants me to be quiet, Melania.
Apparently.
Okay.
Hey, he in his feelings too, because I'm telling you, it was a reporter that asked straight up how does he feel
and the president
about because him and Musk did an interview on that. It was, how do you feel about the country? You know what they're saying when they're calling you the vice president and Elon the president. He gets his little undies in a bunch there, boy. He get wound up.
Did y'all not see the cover of Times Magazine last week?
He didn't like that either.
No.
With Elon Musk on the cover behind the.
You hear what Trump said about that?
What?
Trump said he doesn't even pay attention to their little magazine. Sir, you was just Times
magazine,
wasn't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You were just on the cover, sir.
That let me know that your feelings was hurt. You felt some kind of way about that.
All right. So we're 20 minutes in. This show is going to be quick tonight. We're going to stop for a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with the church announcements because we got a fellow who's going to get us caught up to date on everything that's going on. Well, a little bit. It's so much. It's too much. But here, commercial break. We'll be right back.
Tired of your resume getting ignored? Wouldn't it be great to have a resume that stands out? Job seekers are getting ghosted due to ineffective resumes. Meet 1-800-RESUMES LLC. They create ATS-friendly resumes that appeal to both robots and humans, ensuring you get noticed. How it works. They customize your existing resume to match job qualifications by optimizing keywords the ATS looks for. Plus, preparation for interview questions increases your chances of landing the job. With 1-800-RESUMES, you'll experience more interviews, better job matches, and confidence in your application process. What our customers say. Sounds exciting? Call 1-877-520-4040 for superpowered resumes.
Looking for great music and dope podcasts? BWNC Radio is where it's at. Black with No Chaser Radio. Download the app now. Come for the dope podcast, stay for the dope music. Also available on Apple stores and Google Play stores.
All right, we are back, and those are our two commercial spots. 1-800-RESUMES, LLC.com, owned by an American that happens to be Black, and she happens to be female. No DEI there, straight merit. So look us up. ATS stands for Applicant Tracking Systems, and my company helps you tailor that resume to get matched to the job that you want to get an interview for. So please, please, please go to www.1800resumesllc.com today and sign up. The pricing is on there already, and it tells you everything that we do. So please help with that. Also support BWNC Radio, Black with No Chaser Radio. It is free to download. It is also owned by an American who happens to be Black. Okay? So get into it. Please download the app for free. Please support IMO Media Group, the 4040 Network. We're all on BWNC Radio.
Now, also, since we talking about this,
yeah,
Black peoples, if you on Instagrams, fan base is really where you need to be headed. I'll say it one more time. If you on Instagrams, fan base is where we need to be headed. Listen, we are the culture. These apps be thriving because of us. So if we take our business where we belong, you don't think it's going to be just slick? Stop slow poking. That's the problem.
Come on home.
When we supposed to, we slow poke. You know how we do that thing over there. Y'all coming over tonight? Who gonna be there?
Who all coming?
Y'all, hey, y'all come on over to the house. We'll leave the porch light on for you. Come on.
Said,
let's go.
BU Social App is where it's at as well. Black owned.
That's right.
Go where we are wanted. Go where we're praised, appreciated. Stop being where we're tolerated.
That part. That part. So that's what we are. And this is what I wanted to send to Wayne. I'm sorry, while we're on this nerve about going where we're appreciated and not just tolerated. Let me send this to Wayne right quick so he can pop it up.
And I got 2 shout outs real quick while you're doing that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to Black with No Chaser real quick. They got a sensational follow today from one Uncle Samuel L. Jackson.
What?
BWNC Radio. I mean, not BWNC. Black with No Chaser got an official follow from Samuel L. Jackson.
Very good. OMG.
Shout out to my son's godmother, avid supporter of IMO Media Group, Kimberly Carter. Happy birthday, Kimmy, baby. Happy birthday to you. I just wanted to make sure I gave you your love.
Not only that, I don't know if I said it, but happy birthday to Riviera. I think I said it in the beginning. That's my baby girl. I just sent it to you, Wayne, on IG so we can pull it up. Talk about going where we're tolerated. And I'm going to touch on this really quickly, and then I'm going to jump into the church announcements because this little guy, it's not church announcements, it's just announcements. But here it goes. The economic blackout. It takes strategy to make change, okay? And we do have to hit people in their pockets. That is strategic. That is how you make people listen to you. And the reason why people need to boycott, and Roland Martin said this, if y'all are not up on Roland Martin's Unfiltered Black People, go support the man, go listen. He's been on this for like a year and a half, and we're playing catch up basically. But this is what he was saying about the boycotts. We cannot boycott emotionally. There's a strategy to it, okay? Everything is strategy. It's not emotional. You're upset because they pulled DEI. Why are you upset about that? You're upset about that because not only will it affect people of color being hired, it affects very things like Black people's products being placed in these stores. Us being able to open up Black businesses beyond those stores. Us being able to get loans, grants, funding, the same as our white American counterparts get. DEI will remove all of that on that level. Us getting government contracts, us getting anything that affects us. We won't be able to feed our families if they get to roll back those programs to that degree. So that's the reason why you boycott, okay? What are your demands? We need to make sure that they're going to support American businesses that are owned by Black people. We need to start phrasing it like that, not Black-owned businesses. We are fucking Americans. We are Americans in our very core. We're born here. That's the only place that Black people have ever been here. So we are Americans who happen to have melanin in our fucking skin. We have got to change that narrative. Did you get that thing? I want you to put up those dates. I don't know if you got it.
I do. And
when they are happening, I'm going to call them out. The first one is February the 28th. It is an economic blackout date. Okay, that is for nationwide, unless it's a locally owned business. Of course, don't go on social media. We know everybody's not going to participate, but if that 92% plus do, we ain't worried about the other ones that don't. Okay, Black businesses alone, if we boycott, if we do a blackout, that's going to affect a good 100. Who knows? I forget the number that Roland said.
Target is feeling it.
It's a really, really big number. And then March 7th through the 14th is Amazon. March 21st through the 28th is Nestle boycott. They're strategically doing this so each of these companies can feel the hurt of the profit, because they're not going to do their quarterly report until April for the first 3 months of this year. So they can see what has taken place, what has been hurt. A lot of these companies don't think Black folks can get organized enough to do anything, so they don't care. They're not going to take us seriously until we can pull this. The Montgomery boycott of that bus system supposed to have been 1 day, and it lasted for 331 days. Okay, the only way people understand you, especially people who are motivated by greed and selfishness only, you cannot appeal to their heart. You cannot appeal to their empathy because they don't fucking have any. Okay, this is the only thing they understand is money, money, money. suffocate them. That's what you're going to do. You're going to choke them. What do people say? We need to have them in a chokehold. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but this is on Roland Martin's page. I'm going to post it on my Facebook page since I still got social media up for right now. It is on Facebook fan base. I'm growing fan base. I'm not on TikTok anymore, but TikTok's back up and you can download it if you're an American. They had it for a while where you couldn't download it in the App Store or the Play Store, but it's now available in both places now. You can download it again.
I want to jump on something real quick, what you were saying in regards to the purpose. We can't be overly emotional about why we're doing what we're doing. Mm-hmm. When you don't have a purpose behind or reason behind your actions, you actually just aim, wondrously aiming, like you just, you're lost. You need to have purpose. You need to have focus. And like we talked, they said, well, are we going to just pick and choose? Because it's a lot more people who've been out here bullshitting on us. Mm-hmm. But we ain't really, we kind of want to, I ain't gonna lie, we're guilty of getting on the people who really it ain't gonna hurt us too much to miss them. But what's beneficial to us, we'll be like, don't nobody else say nothing, I won't. Like, now we got to change up. So let me go ahead and let y'all know too. Disney is on that list now. Mm-hmm. Disney has rolled back the DEI. And guess what, people? Fellas, I said this, and some people thought I was playing or it was hilarious. I said, so if we're going to be serious about this, all right, cool. You ain't got to watch the Mickey Mouse shit. But you do know Disney owns ABC, and that also means that they own ESPN too. So is you willing to commit? Where are we drawing the line at? But then go back and ask yourself, why the fuck are we even doing any of this? It's a purpose behind this. If you can't find a reason, get off this ride. This ain't for you.
Right.
This ain't for you. These are the ones who are willing. Because I honestly, as much as I love it, I'm a Marvel head, and that's why all my Marvel shit is at. Mm-hmm. But if this is what we rocking at, if we got the purpose to stand behind this, what we doing? What we doing? Is we with it or not? And I think that's
at this point, yeah.
And stop criticizing every time black folk. Not exactly. They don't really. That ain't. They lost $9 million last week. That ain't that much money. That was Target, I believe they said. That wasn't that much money. See, y'all trying to make it seem. I'm like, last time I checked, $9 million ain't no bullshit. Like,
it sure ain't.
But if you really want to know the truth, it's the black power. The black spending power that we have is amazing. Yes, we are some of America. We are America's, matter of fact, biggest consumers, because we always trying to keep up with the wrong motherfucking people. So we always are buying shit. That's why you was always seeing people with Benzes in front of the project houses. But
that made no sense.
Leave that alone.
Makes no fucking sense at all. Anyway, I wanted to show y'all this. If you haven't been keeping up with the news, this one guy I follow, he does it in a funny way. So roll that clip, because I sure forgot his name just that fast.
You forgot. Well, his name is maybe he'll refresh your memory.
And then Wig said that Canada should be our 51st state, like they doing the right thing with the 50 we have now. And then, is Elon Musk running this country? You mean to tell me y'all let a white South African come up in here and be the president before a black woman? All right. And then Wig said, I'm going to bring inflation down. And it's up 3%. What the hell? And then a young gangster by the name of Trinity Shockley was arrested for planning a mass shooting on Valentine's Day. And you can guess what color she was too. Yeah, we don't do that. And then 7 toddlers were hospitalized after a carbon monoxide leak at a daycare. Y'all supposed to be giving them babies snacks and juice, not carbon monoxide poison. And then a woman named Tranelle from Wyoming killed herself and 3 of her 4 children after suffering from postpartum psychosis. And so prayers to her husband. And then Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, got $300 million in government contracts. Now, I'm no rocket scientist, but wasn't this nigga just complaining about our spending?
He was complaining about the spending that ain't being done with him. They done fired all these people. Have you seen how many plane crashes and
8. It's been 8.
I think it's higher than that now.
My last count, 8 plane
there was
crashes.
a Delta plane just upside down yesterday. And I saw the video of how it got there.
8. What the fuck? And he's saying that his SpaceX engineers will solve the FFA problem. There was no problem. They be lying.
There was no problem before you made a problem.
Before you made it,
remedy the situation now that you made a problem,
right?
With your people, because it's gonna line your pockets,
right? Come on now, come on now. It's just it just makes no sense. But it's greed. It is 100% unadulterated greed. And I forget which philosopher said it, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. And these people have given Trump, who transferred the fucking absolute power over to this lunatic, who has no right whatsoever dabbling in U.S. citizens' business, data, finances, contracts, any of that. But here we are. So either the coup that's taking place, they're trying to keep it sounding like they did the aliens for 1,000 years. Now they don't come out. And I knew it was some shit back on TikTok when one night when I saw that they were on C-SPAN, they had admitted that aliens do indeed exist. I said, oh, the world about to end. Because y'all have kept that secret for 250 years. Now you feel like you want to tell the American public that we have aliens living under the sea and they communicate with y'all regularly. We know that because it's called spiritual warfare. Shit been going on. You can call it psyche, you can call it frequency, you can call it energy, you can call it whatever you want to call it. Newton's law, where it goes up and comes down. Universal laws, everything's gonna balance out sooner or later. So y'all want to admit that, but we got this problem over here. Don't nobody want to know about no aliens. I don't care what y'all find in the hole down in the middle of the sea. Leave that shit down there. We got bigger fish to fry up here on land. Crazy. That's my rant. Sorry, y'all. I went all the way down. Come back. What was I talking about? Oh, wrapping up. Yes. So the boycotts, we talked about that. The craziness that's going on in the world. And this last one is going to sum it up as why they be lying. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, Democrat, Texas, has been holding down the fort, it feels like, for the entire Democratic Party since Trump's inauguration on January 25th. God, please protect that lady, spirit guides and ancestors. Walk with her and block all attacks, spiritual and otherwise, that may come against her. Keep her protected, I say, and it is so. Okay, run that clip of her, because that lady is on her job.
Let me tell you why nobody wants to talk to y'all behind closed doors, because y'all lie. That's just the bottom line. You have.
Gotta start over. Wait a minute. She came in hot. Let's do that again. All right. Everybody ready? All right, let's go.
Let me tell you why nobody wants to talk to y'all behind closed doors, because y'all lie. That's just the bottom line. You have done it thus far in this investigation. You have done it this far as it relates to this committee. And every single hearing, y'all spin. I don't know how y'all are still standing right now, because you should be quite dizzy from all the spinning that you're constantly doing when it comes to spinning the truth. You talk about free and fair elections, but you back a guy who we know tried to steal the election. And this isn't about what Democrats have to say. Let me remind you, for those of you that don't know how the justice system works, it's not a matter of the president went in and indicted Trump, but we are talking about grand juries. Grand juries are comprised of American citizens, and the people that have entered pleas of guilty that will be flipping on your leader in a minute, they are Republicans. I do want to point that out. And half of them were Republicans that were handpicked by Donald Trump himself. So, to be clear, whatever happens to your little leader, it's going to be because of the actions that he took. So you can talk all you want to about how January 6th was nonsense, but all of y'all were running at that time. Y'all were grabbing y'all's gas masks and y'all were running to your offices because you didn't know if they were coming to kill you. You should have cared that somebody was there to protect you, but instead you want to play games because you found out that it was your leader that decided that he wanted to propagate an insurrection on our country. So don't tell me that you care about the Constitution, because you don't. All you care about is Trump getting reelected, and I'll yield the last of my time to my leader.
And this was before the election, and that holds true today. They still spinning shit, and they be lying. They be fucking lying.
I love her so much.
Do y'all have any final thoughts? Because let me tell you, we picking this conversation right back up next week, and we're gonna go a little longer, and we're gonna have all of our sources cited properly, so we can put them up on the screen for y'all. So y'all won't be like they bullshit. No, we're not. All of this is factual. Okay.
I'll say this. I'm gonna say this. All right, fuck it. Here we go. Listen, there used to be a time where we used to say politics is where we draw the line, and it's not going to decide who we're friends with, who we're cool with. Nope, no longer that. Now in today, if they still walking around with them big red hats on, if they still walking around with these mixed up flags or whatever it is, and they still got banners hanging across the front side of their house, want to holler about making America whatever they think it is again, those are not your friend. I don't care if y'all get along at work and ain't never had no issues. If they still support it, knowing damn well what it means today, we ain't cool. I don't care if you black, white, green, brown, it don't matter. We ain't cool. The politics is what's doing it in. And you can get here and hide behind all that shit what you want to. I'm calling them all out. They're telling you to your face. They're showing you their party and loyalty to Agent Orange clientele, and the Orange Mafia is more important than the humanity itself. I'm telling you right now. Let them play in your face if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan?
Hey, this is some hot stuff. Hot. Hey, guys, look. I hope you guys enjoyed the snippet that we're giving you right now, because it's going to get even hotter when we come back. So my final thought is you need to tune in. You need to tune in, get your pen and paper. We're going to be dropping notes. We're going to be dropping gems. It's going to be fun. It's going to be educational. You're going to love it. Final thought.
Piss some people off.
Piss people off. Well, look, I almost said Senator. Jasmine Crockett, look, she's on it, and she ain't afraid. I'm telling y'all, she has really been on it. Even recently, I just didn't have time to pull a lot of clips this week because, life still is life, and for a lot of Americans, we got grocery bills that are higher than our damn electric bills now, and that's a rare thing. So, because electric bills are high, I don't know about you. Grocery is higher. All right. So we out here working. We're trying to keep our mental health intact. Please stay grounded. Please disconnect from all these apps and all of this stuff so that you yourself can be a functional adult in this world without popping off on somebody. Okay? Because we really don't go postal. We really don't. Now, usually, but you never know. We might get another one of those guys like back in the 90s who was hiding in the back of that LTD sniping people off. And it took them a minute to figure out what it was. Okay? That might happen again. So be careful because it's crazy out here. But anyway, join us next week for another lovely show. We're going to wrap this one up. God bless you. Thank you. Please consider supporting. Please. Thank you to our sponsor, 1-800-RESUMESLLC.com. Visit that. And please download BWNC Radio app. We will be featured on there tomorrow in the morning. I think 7 o'clock Central Time.
7 Central, 8 Eastern.
7 Central, 8 Eastern. Check it out. And then we'll be on all other streaming platforms that Thursday. So you all have a beautiful night. Talk later. Bye.